Thanks, Regina. Okay. Hi, you guys. Welcome to Mindful Monday. It's been a while. I'm happy to sort of see you. I'm imagining you out there in your own space. And so in your space on this beautiful Monday morning, I suggest you have a strap handy. And Greg had a great suggestion. He said a dog leash will work, as will a bathrobe tie. So anything will do just to give us that extra sort of length as we practice today. And then I suggest these blocks. I like them right here. This feels really good this morning. So just play with your blocks as we move through some different shapes this morning and see what gives you support. If it doesn't work for you, just no sweat. So I also have a blanket underneath my hips to lift my hips a little bit higher. And yeah, I just feel all cozy here this morning. So I hope you do too. It's the day after Thanksgiving, not yet. Day after Halloween. How many of us have extra candy? So a good day to practice mindful awareness of what we're actually hungry for. And I'm hungry this morning for a little John Philip Newell. I know some of you guys also appreciate this Celtic wisdom. So have a seat. If you're not already there, lift your shoulders up toward your ears and then let them roll back and down. Tuck your chin, elongate that spine, get really long from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and let your hands rest wherever they're comfortable this morning, so in your lap or on your legs. And then if you like, close your eyes and just settle in, tune into yourself. Tune into what you brought to your mat this morning. Notice sounds. Notice the temperature of the air. It's a little chillier here than normal. See if you can perceive that temperature on your skin. Feel the sensation of your clothes against your skin. And the sensation of your connection to the surface beneath you. Take your first big deep breath of the day. Fill up and notice any sense in your space. And as you exhale, let it be a long sigh through the mouth. And just release. And then begin again, filling up. And a soft, long exhalation through the nostrils. Really feel the coolness or the warmth of the air as it flows in and out. And just slowing down the breath, becoming more aware of you, all of you, body, mind, and spirit this morning. Feeling the breath moving into the body. And then feeling the length of the exhalation as the air leaves the body. And I'll share with you this short morning prayer of awakeness from John Philip Newell's new book, Sacred Earth, Sacred Soul. Page 249, if you happen to have it. Awake, O my soul, to the prayer of dawn that is within you. Listen to its hopes for a new day. Follow its intimations of fresh light. You are an explorer of what has never been before. Awake, O my soul, to the prayer of dawn that is within you. So with your souls all awakened, You might want to change the cross of your legs because we will be here for a few more minutes as we begin our practice with some pranayama. So I'm going to suggest we bring our hands to our belly. We're going to practice a breath that is a warming breath. So with this breath, I think we've done it before, we're going to expel the air through the nose, and you'll feel your belly working. You'll feel your belly. It's a really strong exhalation, and the inhalation comes pretty quickly, and you barely really feel it. So it looks like this. So you can kind of watch me. I'm going to just take a big inhale through my nose, and then exhale through my nose. Mouth is closed. So there's a real fast pressing of the breath out of the body, and you can feel it in your belly. So hands on belly are fine, or hands on your legs. So feel free to close your eyes or watch for a bit and then join in. When you're ready, take a big full inhalation. Fill up completely. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears, and here we go. Keep going, you're doing great. Let's take it for 10 more breaths. Ready? Take a big breath in, just let your hands release. Keep your eyes closed. Long, slow exhalation. And just pause to notice. Maybe there's a little more warmth in the body. And take one more big, full inhalation through the nose. And an exhale, sigh out of the mouth. Blink open your eyes if they're closed. And let's take our legs. Now, this might be a choice you don't want to make. We're going to cross our left leg over our right and come into cow face pose. So this is a great place to place 1 or 2 blocks if you have a lot of space. And if this pose does not work for you, so it's a pose for the outer hips, I'm going to suggest Baddha Konasana, and you can use your blocks here. Bring your feet together, and we will stay there. But if you'd like to come into this more challenging hip opener, we're going to start with a bang this morning. So I'm going to stack up my blocks and give myself a little support, and I hope you'll do the same. Okay, so here we go. Our left leg is over our right. We're feeling things. So let's keep our breath nice and smooth and steady. Yeah, and then we'll take our left arm up and over. Give yourself a pat on the back for showing up this morning. And take your right arm up and over your head. Give yourself a nice stretch of the shoulders and the bicep and the tricep. Take a big breath in, shine your heart. And long breath out. Keep those exhalations nice and slow. Let's take one more breath here, filling up and letting go. And then release that arm, send it forward. Take your right arm across, your left arm across your body. Your right arm can give it a little hug in. And we'll stretch the outside of this left shoulder. Good. Nice big breath. Maybe close your eyes here. Exhale slowly. Good. One more full round of breath. You've got this. And as you release, let that arm go. Take your left arm out to the side and then flip your palm. See if you can take it back behind you. And then bring your back of your hand to the center of your back. And here's where your strap will come in real handy. So take it in your right hand and lift your left elbow up, reach back, and then see if you can get a hold of that strap. So the top hand, the right hand, is holding the top of the strap, and the left hand is holding the strap. And maybe you have enough flexibility in your arms you can actually clasp your fingers together, but let's use the strap to start, or your dog leash. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Nice big breath in, long breath out. See, we forgot about our hips already, right? Good. Another couple of breaths. Maybe close your eyes. Excellent. On this next breath, we'll just slowly release. Set your strap down on the side there. And we'll switch sides. So if you're in Baddha Konasana, feel free to change the position. Maybe your legs come out a little bit farther. You'll feel a different sensation in your outer hips. But if you're coming with me into this cow face pose, we'll take that left heel toward the right hip and cross the right leg over. Prop yourself up as much as you need to. You can put a block in between your legs. You can put it on the high or take 2 blocks. Do what you need to do. We'll take the strap over to the left side. Good. And then we'll take our right arm up and over, take our left hand to our right elbow. Give yourself a pat on the back. Keep your posture nice and bright so that you have lots of space for that breath. Let's take 3 breaths here. I'd say 1 is already done. 1 and done. Another 1. Big breath in. And a slow exhalation. Take that nice last, third, final breath. And then let it go and take that arm across the body, squeeze it in, give yourself a nice hug, shoulder stretch. Maybe even open and close the wrists, circle them out, whatever feels good for you. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice. Take 1 more breath here. And then slowly release. We'll take our right arm out to the right, flip the palm and take it back behind you. Now 1 arm is always going to be more challenging. This is my challenging side. So take the strap in your left hand, reach up and over, and see if you can find that sweet spot. So you might have to take the right hand and work its way up your strap. Try to snuggle that left arm in towards your ear, into the back of the head. And the head can just rest. Have a nice little head rest there. And let's breathe here. Close your eyes. Feel this stretch. Make sure you're backing off if you have any shoulder injuries here. Yeah, see, we've already forgotten about our hips. Just breathe. Take 1 more breath in and a nice long exhalation through the nose. And then slowly release. Set that strap off to the side. Let's release our legs, bring our feet to the floor. Take your hands behind you. Just give yourself a little windshield washer action, side to side. Release those hips. Nice. And then sit up tall. Just extend your legs forward. Flex and point the feet a couple of times. Take your arms out wide. Just give yourself a hug, left over right. And then take it out, open up, and take it right over left. Nice big hug here. Good. And then shake it out. Let it go. Shake the right arm to the right and left. Shake the left arm up and down. Shake the left arm left and right, shake the right arm up and down, and just smile because it's funny. And then we'll come up to our tabletop. All you awakened souls, smooth out your blanket, put your knees comfortably on top of the blanket, and then spread your fingers nice and wide. Press into the joints of the fingers, do the Sophie shake, get set up for your cat and cows. And as we breathe in, we'll drop our belly, lift our gaze. And as we breathe out, draw that belly into the spine, take that Halloween cat shape. The back rounds. And then just move through your cat-cows. Getting the spine awakened. Taking the chin to the chest on your cat shape. And taking your gaze upward slightly on your cow shape. And let's take a couple more here. Just work out the kinks as we wake up the body. Keep that breath moving with each different shape. Let's take one more breath in as we come into our cow. And one more breath out as we come into our cat. Press the mat away. And then we'll start just moving in circles or figure eights. One direction. Both directions, make it your own. So go both ways. Get funky, be a little creative with your movement. Just work out the kinks in the hips. And then when that feels complete to you, bring your legs, your knees wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch and sink your hips back. Feel free to take a block underneath your forehead for your first child's pose and just let it be your support. Or if you'd prefer, take your forehead down to the mat and then let your fingers do the walk-in, as they used to say in the Yellow Pages commercials, and walk your hands forward so you can get that stretch in the upper back. Lift your elbows up off the mat and really claw your fingers here. Maybe walk a little bit further, stretching those arms. To take another full breath in. And on your exhale, lift up and walk your fingertips over to the right. Maybe they'll come off your mat. And lower your head again and breathe here. Stretch in the side body. Take another breath in, lift up, take a walk on over to the left side. Fingertips reaching as far as they can. Your head can release. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. On your next breath in, we'll come back to center. Lift yourself back up to your tabletop. Let's take our fingers and face them toward us. And then sink your hips back. Get a little stretch in the forearms. Good. Not just a little stretch. This is a big old stretch. So breathe through it. Good. Preparing our wrists. Bring your hands forward again. Spread the fingers nice and wide again. Tuck your toes. Press your toes into the floor. Just sink your hips back here just for a moment. Stretching those feet. Our feet need that love too. And then come back and we'll go ahead, lift our knees up, and we'll come into our first downward facing dog. So take it slowly, move your blanket out of the way if it's there. Take your gaze back towards your knees and then bend them one at a time and take your dog for a walk. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. And then find stillness. Press those heels back toward the floor. Nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Full breath in. Good. Long breath out. So strong. Inhale as you come up on your toes, and exhale as you walk to the front of your mat. For your first forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to. Take a hold of your elbows and come into a ragdoll. Good. Maybe your belly comes all the way down to your thighs. Maybe you're just halfway lifted this morning. Find that sweet spot. And then maybe you rock from side to side. Just get some movement to release tension in the lower back. But keep your knees bent as much as you need to here, because that'll protect the lower back. As will drawing the belly into the spine. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. And then release your fingertips to the floor. Do, if you haven't already, draw the belly into the spine. And we'll rise up slowly, coming up one vertebra at a time. Lengthening the spine, slowly, slowly. Oh, there's a candle right there, and my hair was close. We'll come all the way up. We'll reach up, look up. Send those fingertips toward the ceiling. Send your gaze up there if you're feeling really steady. Breathe in, and then take hands to heart. And just pause here for a moment. Let those shoulders relax down the body. Draw them down away from your ears as much as you can. And take your gaze forward. Then release your hands. Come into mountain pose. We'll lift and spread our toes and then slowly lower one at a time. And draw those kneecaps up so you can really feel the engagement of your legs. Gazing forward. Take a nice big breath in. Feel that groundedness, that rootedness, feet pressing into the earth. And as you're ready, breathe in, look up. Take a hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Take a gentle side bend. Good. Breathe in and out. On your next breath in, come back up and take a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Side bend on this side. Nice big breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, rise up again, look up, and then flip your palms, take them back behind you. See if you can reach for either a clasp or a reverse namaste. So some of us have this. Bringing your palms together as a reverse prayer on the back. And then take a little back bend wherever you are. Send the clasped hands down your butte and lift your gaze up toward the ceiling. Open up that throat chakra. Be gentle with the neck though. Take a breath. And on your exhale, come back up, release your hands. Just take a gentle forward fold. Fingertips come to the floor or your blocks. And then find your halfway lift. So here, I'm going to scoot over a little bit. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, looking down at the floor. And then exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step your right leg all the way back. Step your left leg all the way back. Lower your knees. And then slowly come all the way down to the floor. Forehead comes to the floor. And we'll just pause here. Feel the breath moving in through the front and the back of the body. And then feel that breath moving out. Belly presses into the floor. And then we take our hands outside our shoulders. Let's rise up, coming into baby cobra. Just little baby back bend. And then lower down again. Forehead comes to the floor. Sophie, shake it out. When you're ready, inhale. Come up a little bit higher. Maybe a toddler cobra. And then lower down. Sophie, shake it out. When you're ready, press into the mat. Keep those elbows squeezing into the sides as you come into your big girl or big boy cobra. Lengthen your arms, straighten your arms. You can keep your knees on the floor or feel free to come up into an upward facing dog if you want to lift your knees off the floor, tops of the feet on the floor. And if you're in your upward facing dog, lower those knees, tuck your toes, and come into a slow down dog, lifting those hips into that V shape. Walk it out if it feels good. Relax the back of the neck. And just take your time here. Inhale, come up on your toes. And as you exhale, press those heels into the floor. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Feel that length in the spine. And then that beautiful stretch all the way from the tops of the legs down into the heels. Take a big breath in, look forward. No, take a big breath in. Let's stay here. Exhale it out, and then inhale, lift the right leg. Let's lift it up to the sky. Maybe circle out that ankle. And then do look forward. Draw the knee into the belly. Belly comes into the spine. And then step your right foot to the front of your mat. So we have this nice long runner's lunge here. Fingertips come to blocks or mat. And then we'll take a slow rise up. Let's come into our first warrior pose. Come into your crescent. Send your arms up toward the sky, your fingertips reaching up, your pinkies drawing toward one another. Right knee over right ankle. Draw those shoulders down the back so you can feel that back body engaged. Take a nice big breath in, and then we're going to take the left arm forward, the right arm back. And test your balance. See if you can gaze back towards your right arm. Good. Just stay. It's fun. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Bring your hands to your heart center. And then bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Let's take a twist. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Nice big breath in. One more. And exhale. Take your fingertips. Frame that right foot. Stay. Enjoy. And then we're going to think about the left leg. So bring your awareness, all your awake awareness to those left toes. And think about stepping the left toes, the left foot up just a foot or two and place it on railroad tracks. Right leg and left leg, both facing forward, will come into a pyramid pose. So immediately come to a halfway lift, lengthen the spine, take your gaze in front of you on the floor. And then as you exhale, take a bow. Take a bow, you deserve it. Bring your nose toward your right knee. Keep pressing into all four sides of both feet. On your inhale, come up halfway again. And on your exhalation, bow one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Soft back of the neck. When you're ready, rebend the right knee. Take your block. Hopefully you can reach it. And place it right with your right hand right in front of your right foot. I just said right like 3 times. So we're going to come into a half moon if you choose. I'm in a really precarious position in this little room here. Lift the left arm, lift the left leg, turn your gaze toward the left. Yeah. Always the option if you have walls close by or even steady furniture to use that for your balance. So see if you can flex that left foot. Breathe in. One more breath. And as you exhale, go ahead, bend the right knee, bring that block back with you, and step the left foot back. Take your hands to frame the right foot. Go on back to your downward facing dog. Right foot steps back, walk it out, dance it out, have some fun. Good, nice big breath in. And a long breath out. Press those heels to the floor. One more breath. Let it go. On your next inhalation, take that left foot up, lift it up, send it high. And on your exhalation, draw the knee into the nose, the belly, maybe round your spine. Take your belly towards your spine. Feel that strength. And then look forward, step that foot forward. You can take your block to the other side. Take your fingertips to frame the left foot to start. Get that nice runner's lunge. So nice long stretch. And then when you're ready, come on up. Warrior on this side. Be a warrior. Not a worrier, a warrior. So send those arms up for your crescent. Left knee over left ankle. Draw those pinkies toward one another. Shoulders down. Good. Find that balance. We're wobbly, but we're balanced. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to take our hands, we're going to take our left arm back toward the left and take a gaze. We're going to take our gaze back toward the left arm, take your twist on this side. Good. Good. Wobbling is human, especially if you're on carpet. See if you can stay. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Unwind. Take your hands to frame the foot or your blocks. And then think about your right foot. We're going to take a little jump with that right foot. Bring it on up. And then come into your pyramid pose. So railroad tracks. So imagining your left foot is, it's about hip width, maybe a little wider. And then both legs are straight. Inhale, come to your halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, look forward in front of you on the floor. And then as you exhale, bow. Take your bow. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, just enjoy this stretch. Might feel a little sensation in especially the left hamstring. Just see if you can breathe here. Come into your halfway lift again. Lengthen your spine, look forward, and exhale, refold. Take your nose toward your knee. Just enjoy. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to think about that half moon on this side. I need to step back so I don't burn my hair. Take your block to the front of your left foot, maybe a little to the outside of the front, and bend this left knee over the ankle. And then we'll come forward, bringing the weight into that left arm, lift the right leg, maybe peel your right arm up, flex the right foot, half moon. Good. Feel free to adjust the placement of your block. And if you're not using a block, you can just take your fingertips to the floor. Good. Open up that right shoulder though. Again, feel free to use your wall, your chair for stability. Good. Breathe in. One more breath. Keep steady as you can. And then exhale, take your right hand to the floor or block, step your right leg back. Place both hands flat on the floor, take your left leg back, come into your downward dog here. Good, nice big breath in. Come up on your toes one last time. And then lower your knees. Let's bring the knees together. Let's bring the tops of the feet to the floor. And come into a child's pose. Take your hands, reach back. Let your shoulders take a little break. And you can just round forward. And breathe here. Think about filling up the back body. Filling up the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. And a slow breath out. Nice. Take one more breath in. Take your hands to the mat. press yourself up. Go ahead and take your blanket if it's not already under your knees. And we will come to kneeling. See if you can come. If this just doesn't work for you, let's see. We will next be on our backs. So I would say come to your back and come into a supported bridge pose with your block under your sacrum. But for now, we're gonna tuck our toes underneath us and come up tall. And then we're going to take our right arm up, follow it with your gaze, and see if you can send it back to that right heel. Also, the option of a block back here can take the place of your heel. And then reach your left arm up, lean back, open your heart. See if you can shine your pelvis and your heart forward a little bit more. Be gentle with the back of the neck, gazing up. Press those quads forward. Beautiful. One more breath. I know it's hard. Come back down. We'll take a slow descent back into our child's pose just for a moment, just to reset. Nice big breath in. Nice big breath out. Good. On the next breath in, press yourself up, tuck your toes. Let's take it to the other side. So left arm reaches up, follow it with your gaze, and take those hands back to your heel, left heel or block. And take that right arm up, follow it, shine your heart. Send those quads forward. Good, breathe in. And breathe out to release. Maybe take a couple cat-cows here before we eventually do make our way to our backs. Because yes, that's going to be great. So if you are already down in your supported bridge pose with your block underneath you, take your legs up toward the sky. Point and flex a couple of times. And then find some stillness here. Let your palms rest face up on the floor and close your eyes. And come into a supported shoulder stand. Always the option, if a regular typical shoulder stand is in your practice, to lift your legs up over your head and explore that. But I just want to be here with you now. So let's let those legs up above our heart just reverse that circulation. So good for us, right? Let's just enjoy this for a few more breaths. Try to be as still as you can. Good. On your next exhalation, slowly bend your knees. Bring your feet to the floor. Lift your hips up and remove the block. And then take a hold of your strap and we'll loop it over that left foot. You can keep a bend in your right knee as you extend your right heel toward the ceiling, or you can let your right leg go long. And you can take the strap in both of your hands and then just let it slide on down until you're resting, your elbows are resting on the floor. But do keep a nice tuck of your shoulder blades under you so you have a bright and shiny heart space. And then breathe here. We'll see if we can pull a little bit more, get a little more into our hamstrings. They're going to be thanking us. We'll be all nice and flexible here. And take one more breath here. And then take that strap into your right hand, release your left arm out to a T, and take this left leg across the body. Take your gaze on over to the left and just enjoy this twist. Good, nice big breath in and a long exhalation. See if you can soften that left hip. See if you can just give it one more breath to release here. Let go of resistance. And then slowly lift that leg back up. Take the strap in your left hand. Open that leg out to the left. And take your gaze over to the right, extending the right arm out to a T. Full, slow breaths as you press that left heel forward, getting that really nice stretch. Good. On the next breath in, lift that leg back up. Take the strap back in your hand. One last time, bring your nose towards your knee. And then release the strap, hold on to it, and just let that left leg float on down to the floor. Take a moment here, breathe in and feel that whole left leg from the hip all the way down to the foot. And just notice the difference between the right and the left. And feel free to bend your knee if you like and bring the strap to your right foot. Place it on the meaty part of your foot so it's not in the center, just so it doesn't, just because. It's better on the meaty part. All right, send your heel up toward the floor, up toward the ceiling, and then slide your hands down your strap. Just relax there. See if you can draw a little bit closer to your hamstring, keeping a relaxed neck and shoulders, maybe a little smile on your face, soft brow. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath in, and as you exhale, take the strap in your left hand, reach that right arm out, and take the right leg across your body. Take your gaze toward your right arm. Full breaths here. Keep pressing that right heel forward. Left leg completely relaxed. All the energy is in this right leg from the hip to the heel. One more breath in, and then let your exhalation bring you back up to center. Take a hold of the strap with your right arm, release your left arm out to the side. Take your right heel, send it forward. Open up. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you're ready, draw that leg back up to center. Take a hold of the strap in both hands. Bring your nose toward your knee. And lower your head and shoulders. Release the strap. And just let that right leg float to the floor. Let your feet just open up and reach your arms way overhead. Take a full body stretch. Point your toes. And just tighten every single muscle in the body. From head to toe. Make a face. Tighten your abs, tighten your quads. And then let it go. Draw your knees into your chest. Maybe take some circles or rocks, whatever feels good. And then just take a moment, let your knees, let your legs fall over toward the right. Open up your left arm. Just take one last twist and see if you can release any additional resistance that might be in your left hip. See if you can just open up. And on your next breath in, come back to center. One last hug, one last squeeze, and then take it over to the left. Open up to the right. Right shoulder opens. Right arm extends. Turn your gaze. Soften that right hip. Nice big breath in. And a long breath out. As you're ready, come on back to center. Take any final shapes that might feel good. So maybe you want to pass through something like a cow face pose, maybe just to feel how much more space you made in your hips. Maybe try both sides. You can reach for your ankles as you cross those legs over. Happy baby is always an option. And then decide how you want to spend your shavasana, your final resting pose. So you might want to come back into your supported bridge, if that felt really good, or you might want to come into a supported fish, a little more of a heart opener with one block on a higher level and then lower down so your head is resting there, or you might just want to come on down, cover up, and just rest. So make this shavasana your corpse pose of choice. How appropriate for the day after Halloween. And once you get here, just let go. Let go of any manipulation of breath, any striving, and just let the benefits of this practice work into the body, the mind, and the spirit. I thought since we may be tempted with the additional candy we may have laying around, I would read this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, that lovely monk who is such a good mindfulness teacher for all of us. And he talks about an apple. So it is apple season, right? So at its most essential, the apple you hold is a manifestation of all the wonderful presence of life. It is interconnected with all that is. It contains the whole universe. It is an ambassador of the cosmos coming to nourish our existence. It feeds our body, and if we eat it mindfully, it also feeds our soul and recharges our spirit. Eating an apple consciously is to have a new awareness of the apple, of our world, and of our own life. It celebrates nature, honoring what Mother Earth and the cosmos have offered us. Eating an apple with mindfulness is a meditation and can be deeply spiritual. With this awareness and insight, you begin to have a greater feeling of gratitude for and appreciation of the food you eat and your connection to nature and all others in our world. As the apple becomes more real and vibrant, your life becomes more real and vibrant. Savoring the apple is mindfulness at work. We love you, Thich Nhat Hanh. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. And begin to make small movements with fingers and toes. Turn the head from side to side. Wake up that body again. And when you're ready, if you're ready, roll to one side and just pause. Notice how you feel. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice your mind. And then use the strength of your arms to come up to a seat. And once you get there, notice your hips. When you're ready, take your arms out wide, reach up for all the goodness. Take your palms together, draw them down to your heart, and bow to your own vibrant life. Take a moment to think of someone who could use a prayer. Send it out. Thank you guys for joining me today for another Mindful Monday. Until next time, namaste. Enjoy your apples. Thanks, guys.